if you follow the story of AGI and embodied physical AI, then you probably know all about robotaxi and this tremendous, tremendous inflection point for human transport, maybe even for goods transport, that is autonomous robotaxis. What is happening is that some people believe, like me, that you soon, very soon, within 6 months, will have thousands and thousands and thousands of truly autonomous robotaxis roaming around the United States and then very soon Europe and China. And that all of them, if they're truly autonomous, will be Teslas. Because Waymo, the only competitor, is not really autonomous, as everyone knows. They cannot scale. They have weird lidars built in that create big problems for autonomy and intelligence. And only Tesla has theoretically the technology to do this. But of course, you know the debate. Some people say it's all not true. Some people say if they have it, why don't they roll it out? And all of us were wrong. All of us in the Tesla community were wrong, saying that Cybercab starts rolling out in April, in May, in June. And Cybercab is this beautiful, special car that you know probably all about. No steering wheel, no controls, just the car. And now, yesterday, late ET, Eastern Time, Tesla actually announced that thing. Actually, it was at 2:37 a.m. my time here in Europe. So that was 6 hours back. What is that even? It is like 10, 8, 8:30 or something Eastern Time, PM. Tesla announced something extremely exciting. Ride in Robotaxi through 8/23, 23rd of August, which is not much longer from now, 5 days, for a shot to attend our what? Cybercab launch event. More rides, better odds. So Tesla Robotaxi elaborates that's the official Robotaxi account by Tesla must complete ride before 11:59 p.m. on 8/23. Winners will be announced by 8 a.m. on 8/25. I wonder why these dates matter so much. Something big is happening. They want to launch Cybercab commercially. This is not just geeky stuff. It is fundamentally important for the stock. Because everyone at this point has given up hope that anything is happening at any time soon. You saw the giant stock drop after earnings. Everyone believes that this whole robotaxi story, this entire story of Tesla changing the world and rolling out autonomous transport is kind of not true. It is indefinitely delayed. There are all kinds of conspiracy theories. They are holding back Cybercab rollout because of the potential SpaceX merger. This is all not happening. And now, and I said it before, watch my video from last week where I said I am getting very bullish on Tesla. And I explained it. Why? Number one, we are ridiculously low. This stock is ridiculously low because we are a better company in every possible respect, but we are down tremendously from all-time highs. Look at this year to date, and that's not even from all-time highs. We are down 25% year to date. Are you kidding me? And that's not even from all-time highs. All-time highs are up here. End of year was down here. End of year is 400. What is this? January 2nd, January 31st. 449. That is end of year performance. But all-time highs were at 488. So we are down more than 25% from all-time highs in December last year, even though the company is in much, 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 much better shape. The core business is totally coming back strongly. We just heard today 500 semi-trucks have been, pre-sold or whatever. The energy business is going through the roof, but the most important thing, robotaxi. Yes, it's delayed, but are we closer than ever before to the actual launch? Of course, everyone knows it. And so this company is cheap. Number one, my first reason, especially after this insane earnings drop. I got out before. I had a video right on that Wednesday when the earnings were. Before the earnings, I said, unfortunately, I'm out of Tesla more or less. I kept a tiny little thing because I don't trust these earnings. I don't like it. The whole setup was horrible. And guess what happens? Boom. And I went in back a little late maybe, but here at 325 roughly. New entry point for reestablishing the core position. And since then, I'm saying we need to go back to 370 even if nothing happens. That is the general setup that I like about here. We are going back to 370 just to close that stupid gap here. That was part of the Aschenbrenner panic attack of the market. Here, the depth Aschenbrenner destroys the entire market, or King Griffin, who knows, Citadel, whoever is at fault, maybe the Koreans borrowing too much money. The entire momentum stock play was getting destroyed. And Tesla in the middle of it, of course. Not as bad as Micron, but pretty bad. And then I said it's over, obviously, and we are going back to where we belong, which is at least 370, 380. That was before anything was happening, but now this year is happening. We are launching Cybercab, and the whole X is full of everything. And when I look at the actual thing, here's my little joke thing that NASDAQ is now trading 24/7. No sleep for us. I actually posted this in response to Genma, who's very smart. Genma was commenting on the whole thing, and I said, given this whole situation, there are two failure modes we have to avoid. The two failure modes are failure mode number one, ignoring that Cybercab is launching. That's very dumb. There is no way in hell. The odds that this being a positive catalyst are close to 100%. There is no way in hell this launch will not affect the stock positively. We're getting into today's stock performance, of course, in a second. But there is no way this is not a positive catalyst for the stock. No way in hell. Failure mode number two, on the other side of the spectrum, thinking Austin will be flooded with cybercabs and then the United States, September 1st, in like 2 weeks, is stupid. It will be slow as always and cautious. So the truth is somewhere in the middle. Is it a positive catalyst? Absolutely. There is no way this does not affect the stock positively. At the same time, can we expect massive rollout? No, we know how this goes. It's for employees first. They already explained this. It's for employees first, and then right away, a few days after, for the public. But it will be a positive catalyst because having these golden cybercabs running around, driving around without a steering wheel, with passengers in there, with no safety driver, is a signal that will not be overlooked by the market. Okay, so that's what we have to play out. Why am I so bullish on this whole setup? It is a combination of the technicals and where the stock is today. This baby is going up. I already put on a little bit more aggressive of a position, but I'm going to take it slow. I'm fading it in. There is just no way this is not positive. We are way too low, and the combination, and that's what we have to take away here from Pioneer Alpha, from my little trading strategies that I'll share with you guys. There is just no way, let's get back to the stock, that the combination, and that's how I think about it, the combination of these two events, now the second one coming in, increases my already high confidence that this stock is on a tear up to 370. Do I think we could go much, much higher than that now? Yes, I think that is possible. Is my confidence high this happens? No. Is my confidence now higher than even before that we are not going down? Yes. So the game I am playing here is that I'm increasing my risk on Tesla because I think the risk has now just decreased significantly that we are going down. That means we are going up, but not down. How much we go up, I don't know. For me, this is a very nice short put double down strategy. Don't copy me. This is all very dangerous. You have to watch it. So in a nutshell, my take was before we are going back to 370 quickly. Now my take is we are going back to 370 quickly at an even higher confidence level, which means we have a little bit of a Goldilocks moment, in my opinion, right now, that the odds of this thing not going to 370 in the next 3 weeks are exceptionally low. And whenever the odds for something are exceptionally low or high, you know what to bet on. And I always explain that when it comes to my kind of option strategies, which are not options trader typical strategies, these are directional bets. I'm trying to first develop my conviction, then put a risk tag on it. What is my conviction level here? And if it's very high, I structure my trade around it so I benefit if I'm right. And that's exactly what I'm doing right now. So there you have it. I think I wouldn't get too exuberant. I wouldn't say we go back to all-time highs. We won't go back $100 or something when these things roll out, but the odds that nothing happens is very little. What is, to wrap it up, and then we go into comments because we don't have too much time today, but last disclaimer or caveat on this whole thing. I do think Tesla is in a perfect position, rare Goldilocks moment for this very narrow trade. We see this cannot really go wrong too much. But what can go wrong? What can go wrong? I tell you what, the macro situation can go wrong. Because what is happening right now makes everyone a little nervous. And of course, it starts with that. This is just not good. Let's face it. This is not good. 30-year treasuries at 5.3%. 19-year high. Okay. That is, yeah, but the economy is fine, right? Right. So we have some extremely concerning warning signals, right? You see it here. These are yields. And whenever you see something like that, it is not very good, okay? If bond yields across the world, I mean, the Germans are destroying themselves, of course, with the insane debt strategy. The Japanese, I don't know what's happening there, but it's not good. Japanese yen carry trade bye-bye. Because if you have that much interest from down here in just 6 years, guess what all these rich Japanese people who loan their money into some US margin, stock margin stuff and buying stocks, what they do, they withdraw their yens back into Japan because they say, why would I do the crazy American stock stuff if I get 5% by just putting it into Japanese bonds? A little bit of a problem here. The USA, let me think. Is that good? It's bad. The UK, well, the UK doesn't matter too much because the UK doesn't have an economy anymore, so not much can happen here other than the implosion of the island. Italy, well, that's fine. France, same with UK, doesn't matter. Switzerland, under control. Canada, of course, going off the rails. Australia doing pretty badly. So there you have it. That's what irritates people. Of course, Iran is going back and forth, but I told you I don't believe in escalation there. It just can't happen. But the bonds are very concerning. So does that mean the market is going to crash? Well, that's exactly the big question. That is exactly the big question. Will the market get stressed here? And will we see a macro event that destroys our little strategy with Tesla? Today, Tesla is only down 0.5% or 0.67%, right? So we are way, way down less than we should on our beta. Look at this. So Tesla is relatively up, right? Tesla has a beta of 2 to the NASDAQ. So in a normal day with no news for Tesla, Tesla should be down 2.5%. But Tesla is down only marginally. Look at this. It should be down 2.5%. So in relative terms, Tesla is kind of up 2% today. If you want to do it like that. So that is very interesting. Micron recovering. This is also overdone, the sell-off. Let's not talk about Micron. Let's stick with Tesla. And so all in all, I think this is a gift from heaven today, this market sell-off, giving us Tesla at a $2.31 discount after the news is out. Because of course, the market and all the Tesla guys are going to say, ooh, so bad, the market's so dumb, doesn't understand it. Dudes, Tesla is effectively up 2% today. The market does understand this whole thing. And so I think we are getting a gift from heaven here to get into Tesla cheap. Now, do your own research. Don't just do what I do, right? I am my own person, and this is all dangerous, but I think it's a pretty much Goldilocks moment. Now, let's end on a high note again with Joe. He has actually today here. Look at this. The great Joe Techmeyer, the other great Joe. Look at this beautiful drone shot. Joe should get an Oscar for this since the Oscar sucks so much. They should give Joe an Oscar and then everything is good again. They can give me an Oscar too, like the double Joe Oscar. That is what I recommend to revive Hollywood. And then everyone would watch Hollywood movies again because the double Joes are in there. So here you see this amazing circle of life. I nearly said the circle of not life, the circle of they're kind of alive, the circle of the life cybercaps. This is all coming together, and I predicted that we are actually in the middle of the rollout. I said it again and again. You know it. When I turned bullish again a week ago, I said, dudes, think about it. Look at the facts. Cybercab ramping. We have 2,000 cybercabs produced. We are now close to a 2,000 per month run rate in my estimate. 2,000 cybercabs a month, which means latest in September, there will be significantly more cybercabs than Waymos. And it's just a question of time when we actually deploy them. And now we know when that time is. It is now. The time to deploy is now. This is a nice setup. I would not have thought that I get this opportunity. So what do we end up on before we go to the comments? What do you guys want? You want probably Joe, the other Joe. You want the other Joe's beautiful shots. Okay, let's end on this high note and go to the comments. We only have 10 minutes. Let's see what happens. I'm on, by the way, with Wolf Financial. We do a little Tesla round on X in 20 minutes, and I need a 10-minute break because I was in meetings all day long on things. So need to take a little break. We are preparing the Pioneer Lands. Go to pioneerlands.org, by the way. We are preparing the investment research section. If you are a Citizen Plus, the best of the best, you know that we are a little lagging behind with the models, but the models are coming. Hopefully this week, the first one on Robotaxi on pioneerlands.org. If you're just a member, it's free. You can go there, become a member. You see many things, including the weekly brief. If you're a citizen, you get even more. You're safe for the future. You will win in the age of AGI. Let's see what you guys say. Servus from Miami. A Bavarian greeting from Miami, from Chris Raab. Hi, Chris. Let's go Cybercap. Stanley says, problem is pick up and drop off. I don't think it's a problem anymore, obviously. Yes, it should go back up where it was before it plunged. Exactly. From Islamist, the cult of sin. You have quite the name. Tesla has strung its manufacturing bow, notched its Cybercab drawn back the string of preparation, focused on the bullseye, and is ready to release after a calming breath. Is that a quote from Homer in the Odyssey? Sounds like the Odyssey, Gregory. Beautifully put. Street Cred Zero, many out there are nervous about Iran. I am not. You know it, Street Cred Zero. I said to everyone, forget this whole Iran thing. I mean, sure, we have another scare here and there, but it simply cannot happen. It's called economic forcing functions. If the economics say you can't, then you can't. Just talk. Too much talk. I'm checking the lights. They are not ready for wide rollout. I think they feel pressure to do a launch behind. They are so far behind schedule, but it will just be a few cars in each city to limit just Tesla fans. Well, who knows? I don't think it's a massive rollout, but you know the effect on the market. Once you see cybercabs with no steering wheel and no safety driver, truly from the future, truly commercial, for people to hail. And don't forget, this is FSD version 15, in case you didn't know. Ashok Eluswamy confirmed that the cybercabs are running on version 15 already, and all this testing that we get from the great Joe Techmeyer shows that they're preparing this whole thing. It is version 15, I tell you guys. I think Tesla is just in the show me phase of its existence. I think the stock rocketed up too high too quickly years ago on promises that still haven't come to fruition. That is true. Of course, it's all relative to where we are. The stock right now is low relative to December, right? You have to always look at it in relation to itself in recent timeframes. That's why it's relatively cheap. Andrea Is it Andrea PK or Andre APK? No, it's Andrea PK. Hi, Joe. Good morning from beautiful San Diego. I love San Diego. Such a beautiful town. I went there frequently when I was in LA. Are you bullish to buy CSPs? That's a whole different story. I use FSD every day for 99% of my driving, but I still can't park. But you don't have version 15, Madsen. Always have to intervene. Pretty critical for a taxi to figure out parking. Can't even pull in my garage yet. I mean, good feedback, good to know, but always consider these cybercabs run a different version and they're being optimized for exactly these kinds of problems. SpaceX will not acquire Tesla if not over 200 because if SpaceX buys Tesla here, Tesla goes up and everyone says Tesla to buy SpaceX low and SpaceX low. Could be, but SpaceX can go over 200 in my opinion. This is not a hard exercise. If they get another, if they get to $100 billion run rate, which they will in the next 12 months guaranteed. I also think they are a couple of years away from being able to launch Optimus in significant numbers. Madsen, a couple of years, sure. I wouldn't even contest that, but a couple of years is only 24 months. Sure, maybe. I think they will release tens of thousands of Optimi next year, but maybe just internally. Hope that doesn't turn out like Cybertruck. No, that is a whole different story. Cybertruck was just a little exercise, a stupid exercise in my opinion. I was never a Cybertruck fan from a Tesla shareholder perspective. I love the Cybertruck, but as a shareholder, it's like, what are we even doing? This is not important. Cybercab is a whole different story. To be clear, I think the future of Tesla is bright, but I think we have a few more years of rockiness. Well, it's all relative. I am a relativist. This is cheap, the stock, and it's in a Goldilocks micro moment. See, while we speak, it's already going up. I wish I have to think about my margin situation. I wanted to put in a larger trade than I did. I will figure it out in the course of the day because I think this is an absolute tactical buy. On a 14-day horizon, you know, guys, how it is. I am the one who tells you what I actually think and do, and I'm specific. I do think this is an exceptionally good 14-day trade right now. It's an exceptionally nice setup for the next 14 days. I'm not talking about all-time highs. I'm not talking about anything else. I'm talking about given where the stock is right now, where the market is right now, and what is happening with Cybercab, this is, for me, an extremely strong tactical buy. Now, would I be concerned when Cybercab rolls out? What happens that day or the next day? Sell the news and everything? Yes, I'm very concerned, but not now. I'm concerned when we get to that day, because then comes the disappointment. I think now we are in excitement mode, in a surprise positive news mode. Once it launches, we might get back into disappointment mode. And if it runs to 400, do we drop back to 380? Probably. But will we be higher in 14 days than here? It's extremely likely. And I like that. It's rare that we can be so sure. It's rare that we can be so sure. Look, it's at 380.38. And did the market actually go up or not? Just check this. No, see? Nasdaq just sucks. Well, it went up a little bit, but this, oh no, it went up a lot. From 1.29 to 1.18. Fine, it's moving with the market. But it's not moving with the market today. It's looking good. No official announcement yet, right? Well, China, there is China Shill. There is an official announcement by Tesla that they will launch Cybercab. Just not an exact date, but they're saying we will close the whole assessment who won by August 23rd. So there are some official announcements now. Waymo launched in summer 2025 to the public. Did they know? That's not true, Michael. You could take Waymo's way back. I took them in LA, I don't know, in 2023, 22. So they have been live in San Francisco for 10 years, or I don't know, 5 years, something like that. Given the past, well, we can't extrapolate too much, Percy, but yes, given the past, in roughly 6 years chunks directly before Tesla 10x, if you connect two highs and two lows, yeah, we are just getting into that territory. But of course, you can't like think like that one to one. But you're not wrong, Percy. We are getting close to the 10x. 10x, $3,500 Tesla. I think that can happen in the next 24 months, 36 months. The same pattern is happening now. Exactly, I think the same. Optimus in homes at scale is 10 years away. I think it's 6 years away. That's what I think. And I think Optimus at scale in factories is 2 years away. I have trouble wrapping my head around Cybercab. I understand the total addressable market theory, but nobody's asking for more taxis. Well, bullish as Fook, you become a C+, a Citizen Plus at Pioneer Lands, because that's exactly what we'll address this week. I will have a video on it, by the way, free. We will have a video for the entire community, but there will be a model attached to this. We just had the analyst meeting today. We will get this out this week. There will be a model you can get and download. I will demonstrate you the model, and we will show the different tabs of Cybercab, how the pricing sensitivity will pull in users into the Cybercab, and you see how this actually works, and that it's about millions and millions and millions of Cybercabs. Here, good morning, Joe. San Marcos, California, just 20 minutes north of beautiful San Diego. So what is your position? Are you buying puts or calls for the next 14 days? I am selling in the money puts with a nice little buffer in there. To be specific, today I sold 347.5 puts, a bunch, a chunk. I want to sell more, but I have to rearrange some things for it. Maybe pull up my little straddles or something. Because you get a little chunk of buffer, but then if it really rallies, you have to react to it quickly to take advantage of it. I'll sell Tesla at 740 this week. And by the way, I am normally always staying out of long calls. I don't like long calls. But here's a situation where I might reconsider. But I will not tell anyone what I'm doing, what I'm planning. I don't want to distort the market too much. And I'm not doing it right now. And as always, LJ has the most important comment. Hit the like button, because we only have 10 minutes left and I have to stop in a second. So hit the like button. Yes, the public is asking for more taxis that are cheaper, safer, and a more pleasant experience, and not being in a car with a stranger. 1,000,000%. I hate these. I don't hate anyone, but I hate the drivers. What the hell is this? So we don't want strangers. We don't want drivers. We want unlimited free or cheap robo-taxis. And it's not just for taxis. It is for cheap transportation. It eats into the rideshare market. It eats into the public transportation market. It eats into the car ownership market, most importantly. And that is why you can have hundreds of millions of robo-taxis, if whoever pulls it off. Joe, I'm concerned about this Dario of Anthropic. Dario had his head up the tail of Biden and also hired many of the top Biden government relations dirtballs to work at Anthropic. Between Dario and Leopold, Mr. Ineffective Altruism, I'm terrified these fools will become instrumental against Elon and support the left-tards in the future. Very interesting take by LJ. Yeah, we have to... I mean, this is a whole different video. What is happening at the frontier of AI and who are these people? That's a very good point. Michael, I think there might be a small pockets of the public that are asking for that, but I'm not sure the public at large is. Most people just want to get from A to B. Yes, bullish as Fook. That's exactly the point. They want to get from A to B, and that's why it's unlimited demand for robotaxis, because it's very simple. This is not about them being golden. This is not about them being pretty. It's just about the price. And if you can get from A to B for half of the cost of anyone else, everyone will use cybercabs. This has nothing to do with being a fanboy or being excited or technology. It has only to do with dollars per mile costs. And if you cut it in half, everyone will switch to Cybercab. And if you lower the cost per mile below the threshold that you effectively pay as a car owner, there will be a tsunami of demand. Because now you're de-risking people, you are making them more capital efficient, the personal homes, no one needs a car anymore. And maybe you think that's crazy. This is America, goddammit. We need cars. I get it. But a lot of Americans are dirt poor. They don't want to buy cars. They can't buy cars, but they want to. They can afford 50 cents for a mile. Maybe they can even afford $1.50 for 3 miles. You get my point. So there will be just massive, massive demand, exponential demand with linear and decreasing prices. So I think people are still dividing their investments between SpaceX and Tesla. This is causing a stalemate with Tesla's price to some extent. Why the heck should I buy a car? Exactly. Okay, guys, we have to wrap it up. Next show is coming up. You can go on X, go to Wolf Financial. Maybe I post that on my X too. We have a nice little discussion round on Tesla in 7 minutes coming up. And then we see what happens. Interesting day. I like the setup. We are winning with this trade. I have the feeling. So let's see. How do I do this? Here, I can even share this with you guys. You can see live what's happening. We're going here. Is this even with video or not video? I don't even understand. Deep dive. So it's going to be on the deep dive. Should I follow Wolf? Yes. Deep dive. I don't know how this works. I hope I know how to join. Wolf deep dive. Oh, he had Aschenbrenner on, I think. So yeah, Wolf had some interesting interviews. So they asked me if I would join this, so I will do this. I don't know if it's with video or not. We will see. Let's see how it goes. And then later Herbert. There's so much going on. But Solo Joe, there's another Joe. You will own nothing and be happy. I agree with that 50%. Think about it. I will agree with this sentence 50%. You don't even know which 50%. Both. It can be both. You could be happy or you could own nothing. Both can be true, just not together. Madsen Magleby. That's such a cool name. I watch you every day, but this is the first time I caught you live. Well, thanks, Madsen. Great to meet you live. When do I have to go to Wolf? I don't know. Enough is one French auto would incorporate it. What is this? Tesla should put much more effort to promote licensing out FSD. I don't think so. If these dummies don't want it, why chase them? I'm sure they're open to it, but people have to approach them. Okay, guys, now I have to hang up and see you very soon. We have Herbert coming out today, by the way. Maybe we have a video coming out. I don't even know. Maybe one is coming out. We have like a whole now queue for important AI updates. Grok is coming. We have an important Grok bot update. We have an important Grok 4.6 update. We have an NVIDIA. No, that was yesterday. We launched that. And we have political videos coming up. If you're interested in German politics, we're covering German politics and a little bit of Swedish politics this week. Or on the weekend. We have a nice update on Germany. Crazy things are happening. The government will be gone. You heard it here first. I predict the German government will be gone in 6 months, probably in 9 months, or guaranteed in 9 months, in my opinion, but in 6 months potentially. So let's continue and see you guys tomorrow or even today in a second. Bye-bye.